Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are well. Yes, we continue today with Arne slots replication. How are you guys doing, man? Welcome. Hope you guys are well. Yes, we have we're gonna be doing the Arne slot replication today. We're gonna continue that little trip that we started yesterday. So the goal is really simple, right? Okay. Here what I'm trying to do is fairly straightforward. What we're going to do is we've taken information from various sources, including the Athletic and various other places, and we're going to revisit them occasionally to see how close we are in replicating this tactic, or at least I am. And once again, right, I have made my save available to all you guys. So if you are looking to download the tactic, right, so or rather the save itself, you can download the Arne slot tactic, or the save is in chat right now. That's where you download it from. And then once you've downloaded it, you can upload your save using the same link or a different link. So you got a download link and an upload link for all of you. So yeah, so you download it. That's the save at the start, and you can upload it back. So you guys gonna have you can. The goal here is I'm not, the world's leading authority on tactics. Okay, I don't go out there and pretend that. I mean, I'm not saying others do. I'm just saying I don't. Okay, I don't know as much about tactics. So what I do is I go to other sources, right, where they are coaches and these are the guys that break tactics down, and I leverage off what they know, and then I try to incorporate that into the show. And one of the things I'm trying to do here is trying to share with you guys some information that I already have found out. Okay, right up there we've got something that I want to highlight straight away. Yesterday when we were streaming, we were talking about the positioning that some of the players take up. Now this is when it comes to key pass maps, I'm very picky about the key pass maps. I like to know the source of the key pass maps before I go to them. So this is the one from the Athletic. I know the generators of who are the guys who actually make these. So these are fairly good. Here you can clearly see the average positions of the players. Now, average positions doesn't mean these are the roles we're going to pick for them. We just need to know where they are, right? In terms of the heat map is in where the ball spend most of the time in terms of focus play. If we're going to set up focus play, it helps. If you look at the the City setup, there's no focus left, no focus right. It's just basically everybody has a good touch on the ball. It might appear that there's a bit more of a focus play on the left, but that's because the gravitation of the players towards the left-hand side, like Gundogan, Phil Foden. So it seems like, okay, they tend to focus most of their passes on the left side. Now, if you look at Liverpool, you will quickly realize one thing: Mo Salah is not the highest placed person, like someone suggested on the stream yesterday. That Mo Salah was the highest placed person based on SofaScore, and I was quick to dismiss SofaScore on the stream. I have my reasons for doing that, and I'm not going to go into them. But here you can clearly see that the highest placed player in the team on an average position basis until they came off was actually Cody Gakpo. Right? Mo Salah is just behind him, and it's supported by a lot of observations by analysts as well, that Mo Salah right now is a creator as well as a goal scorer, principally a creator. He's now had he's on the verge, he's not very far away from equaling Wayne Rooney's record for total assists for a club. Not career-wise, I mean for the club, he's not far away, right? So he's had like 76 assists already. He's not far away. He's probably gonna close in on Wayne Rooney's record. Then if you've got Cody Gakpo is high up, but this is indication of, for me as well, like, where are these players positioned? Gravenberch is on the right, McAllister is on the left. Gravenberch plays a more holding role, but you can see the two average positions, they're both about the same. So we know that both these players actually shift down to support play. In terms of the average positioning, you can see as well Mo Salah underlapping runs from Szoboszlai. Mo Salah drifts into this position, looks to release these two players into space to attack. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So far, this has been the main information. This is the basic information I found out. And then we're looking at XG chances in and around the area. You can see that they've got relatively high XG chances. These are two very high XG chances that are inside the area. One was a penalty, the other one's Cody Gakpo's goal. Now, as well as the number of touches they have, right? So you've got a lot of touches in the final third, as well as them creating lots of clear-cut chances. Now, you look at the opposition. How many good chances did they have inside the area? 0, big fat 0. Hi, Michael. How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. So this is really, really clear. Okay, so when I want to replicate a tactic, this is where I begin. Right now, I also mentioned this as well. With respect to Mo Salah's positioning, this is Mo Salah's positioning on the right. So Boslai comes in, Nunes. So Nunes, if you wanted to play this role, it could be one of many, but there's got to be a move into channels role. Move into channels, not many. You know, my favorite role is actually the poacher, so it's kind of quite annoying that I can't use him. But because with a poacher, what you want to do is you're pinning the two defenders down, which is exactly what he's doing. So, like, you know, in a game of football, right, it's very hard for me to. I mean, if I were to go to any one of these players and tell him tomorrow, I want you to be a deep lying forward and support, they're gonna give me this really bizarre look on their faces. Like, so what? I'm not supposed to be in the area to score a goal? How do you explain that to a soccer player? You know, like, I think there was one time I mentioned something like this to Paul Collier, and he was laughing because he was on the forums back at that time. So I said, how do you explain creativity, man? Okay, everybody increase your creative freedom. The players are going to look around. What does that mean, actually? Oh, you want me to dance while I'm playing a pass? Like, you know, 16 to 17, it made no sense. So I would suggest people, you know, find something that makes them happy with the way they play. So this is something that's important. Mo Salah drops in, looks for a pass. You can play an inverted winger. You can play a winger on support. Yeah, because of the width. Look at where he's positioned. He's literally next to the touchline, right? So this makes a lot of sense that he is playing as a winger. Now here, Cody Gakpo, there are two things we can do. We can play both of them on support and then have him play as an inside forward. And you know what's going to happen to his positional play? It's going to look exactly like this. Because the inside forward has a higher mentality than the winger. Okay, so this is something. And then, of course, this is their mid-block defense, which I was talking about yesterday, right? So the 4-2-4, whether we can get this ball is here. So I expect these guys to be in front of the ball, okay, when they are building up play from the back. So when you see the opposition building up play from the back, yes, you're expecting a 4-2-4. But however, Liverpool did 4-2-4 and 4-3-3 against Man City. So what do you follow? Follow your heart. If you feel that your replication should be closer to a 4-2-4, go for that. Because if you start thinking, okay, hi, they drop into a 4-3-3 for one game, therefore my whole tactic is going to be dropping off to a 4-3-3. Trust me, you're going to be as frustrated as me when it comes to Football Manager and tactics. Here again, we can see this is a build-out phase, right? We want it to be narrow, right? Something that I spoke about yesterday. We want the tactic to build out narrow, all right? So that means narrow width, inside passes, right? So shorter passes. That's something that is symptomatic of the way the Liverpool play. You can see Gravenberch is the deepest player, right? McAllister is here on the left. So Gravenberch on the right, McAllister on the left. But McAllister will probably can play him as a roaming playmaker, Segundo Volante, because we want to take advantage of positional play. Positional play will, when he shifts forward, the widest player will go further out, so we can have that 4, right? We can have the 4 that looks like this. Okay, so remember, you know, when you lose the ball, you still want your players to be positioned in these positions, right? So defensively, they're like this. I mean, one could argue, I might as well make a 4-2-4. Go ahead. It's not going to be that different. The only sense then would be Jota, the striker, or the other player here. How do you play him? Trequartista? Maybe. But remember, tracks don't press. What do you got then? F9. Can't use an F9. So what have you got left? Deep line forward support. He's not a deep line forward support. So there goes the 4-2-4 out of the window, right? Okay. It's really fast when you want to look at roles. Conor Bradley, unfortunately, will not be watching him play the rest of the year. So we can put Conor Bradley as a false fullback because it sometimes tends to come inside. But, you know, you can get this movement from a false fullback too. You know, they stay wide because he's a ball-carrying defender. He brings the ball forward. So if you want to play Conor Bradley the same way he was playing before he got injured against other teams, okay, then it's a false fullback. Sit narrow, cut inside with the ball. Otherwise, even a fullback on support does this, even without that PI. Because remember, PIs are a tendency to, they're not a rule that's going to happen 90% of the time. Okay? So that's a beautiful thing about PIs. They happen some of the time, so we can get that. Now, a lot of that play is factored through the middle, right? The reason why Liverpool are playing through the middle is so that they can make space on the outside. So whenever we make any kind of transition, we want to be able to see this happening. Like, the ball comes through the middle, players are out wide attacking space. Pass into space becomes very, very attractive as a team instruction, right? So then we have to think of pass into space being incorporated into our tactic. Here again, we've got Harvey Elliott. Again, pass into space for this. Congestion in the middle coming from one of the strikers dropping deep. Again, now when you see a striker coming here, immediately, first thought in my head is deep line forward support or pressing forward support. These are the only two that will drop into this position. Of course, we have the complete forward too, but he's such a pain in the ass. He's so expensive. I'm not using him. Okay. All right, now we've got build out. The thing about the way they play. Again, this is something that I don't know if we can achieve this on Football Manager. A lot of analysts, Charlie Ellis, he's got a blog on Medium. Should go check that out. Very, very, that analysis of the way they build out was so on point. Okay, I was quite impressed. One of the reasons why Liverpool can transition the ball up really quickly is in a one touch, pass on a, what they call it, pivoting a pass, or I can't remember, he's turning on a coin. That's the one. His ability to turn on a coin, meaning tight spaces he can turn. Why? Because the defenders are always passing it to Gravenberch's preferred foot. So you want to position Gravenberch in such a way that he ends up using his preferred foot first, which is something I like to do with some of my defenders. If I want to pass them in, want them to pass the ball inside. Left-sided defender plays on the right, right-sided defender plays on the left. Guaranteed first pass is going into the middle. You don't have to turn. So it's something that you want to think about when you setting up your tactics. Finally, we've got this baiting the press. Liverpool play the ball out of defense. Somebody mentioned that the DMs are the ones baiting the press. Oh, if you look at this very carefully, where are the DMs? They're here. The DM is not the baiter. The DM is the receiver. So what happens is the defenders bait the press, and to make it so that the opposition players are trying to close them down, making it possible for us to pass to the defensive midfielder. Okay, that's one down. Again here, narrow the build up. Okay, so this will set up our tactics, right? So this is the build out phase once again. All right, defenders coming down, they bait the press. These two guys go in. Guess who? Where's Curtis Jones coming? Curtis Jones he's coming into the middle. Hey, I want to get the pass. Okay. And then once again here, Liverpool building out from the back. Again, you can see a clear 4-2 structure here, encouraging us to think of DMs as the role that we want to play in the middle. Rather a DM role, right? It can be a segundo volante, deep line playmaker, roaming playmaker. You take your pick, whichever one makes you happy. That's all you need to do. One of them is going to be a positional player role. That means you're picking segundo volante, roaming playmaker, right? One of those two. And the other one is going to be a DM or a DLP. You want two roles that will stay, that are unaffected by the positional play feature. Why? Because you want the stagger effect, right? I explained the stagger, which is basically they pass like this, bang, 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 bang. They get passing triangles. So the stagger is something that we were after, and we managed to get that done yesterday. I can show you the stagger again. I don't know if we can get the same thing up. I forgot to load it up. So here we go. So we've got the players position there, 4-2-3-1, right? So we got the 4, we got the 2, we got the 1. I don't know how we do this. I think we just turn this dial around and it disappears. Yep. Okay. Not pro, man. Okay, 4-2-3-1. Yeah, tactical pad just became super expensive, man. I can't afford it anymore. It's like bloody $100 though now to get it. I'm like, dude, seriously, every year I would give you $100 for a tactical pad. I'm just gonna go free. All right, so here we go. Okay. How do we get this working? So one guy drops, right? Okay, the guy stays here, right? This guy shifts here, right? This guy shifts here. See a step ladder? Thank you, Fernando Diniz and relativism. We can pass the ball there. So same thing happens on the flanks. So if we get the ball on the flanks, we got a step ladder too. Okay. So something like this on the flanks, right? So that they can get the ball up the flanks. We can have a step ladder. So a lot of the midfielders are moving left and right, but Liverpool show a pretty strong desire to use the right side. So we got the DM here, we got Gravenberch here, right? McAllister here, right? So this is the positioning they will generally take up, right? So something we're gonna aim for something like this, right? So we've got one of the strikers here. We got the winger here. Wait, 4-2-4. Okay, so we got 4-2, and then we got Mr. Cody Gakpo, maybe one of the players here, or he can be something like this. Okay, so I mean, I'm just doing a rough indication, So because I know they fall into their press like this. When they need to defend, they go a 4-2-4 like that, right? So they go a 4-2-4. Okay, so this is their midfield press, right? Of course, they go a bit narrower. So this is something, all the things that we're looking out for, the midfield press. Okay. Of course. Somebody sending me lots away. Are you watching the stream? Just pop in the stream and say hi. Okay. Iron Roy, how are you, man? One of my friends, he's Joker, this guy. That's a third one. I know he's watching the stream. I know he's watching this. Okay. All right. No. Okay. All right. Okay. So, cool. Ian, I'm fine. How are you, man? The picture versus Tottenham is out there. Yeah, I know. It might not, but they're pressing the same. It's the same press. Yeah, we got lots of pictures to show the press because Liverpool's press literally is more or less the same as before, but the 4-2-4 is something that they're doing right now. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this all, and now we come back to our save, right? So load. Once again, I've left the links in the chat. They're all in the chat, guys. So please avail yourself to the save and play it while I'm streaming. And then if your tactic is really cool, the link is also in chat. You can pop it up to me, and I want to have a look, man. I really do, because I don't think I'm the king of this, right? I'm sure you guys can come up with your tactics. So we've got this is wrong. We got several tactics. We got slot 1, I think. Slot 2 and slot 3. I don't know what these are. We did it on the stream yesterday, right? So we got slot 1. We came out DLF Shadow Striker. I didn't really like this yesterday. Remember, Shadow Striker was a bit too happening. So we got this, and then we've got this. Okay, what we're gonna do the next game is play this guy as a DLF on attack. Okay, Salah will drop a bit deeper. We've got Cody Gakpo playing in this position, right? Okay. Then we've got roaming playmaker and DM. We wanted McAllister to actually be slightly more aggressive. Then Gravenberch should be in this position. Okay. Once again, let me go back to the key pass maps, right? So, okay, let's look at the key pass maps. It's all here somewhere. Okay, we got the key pass maps. Gravenberch is here. McAllister is here. Szoboszlai is the right-sided player. So Szoboszlai will be here. He'll shift to the right. Got Van Dijk, Konate, okay, Gomez. And of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay, and we got Andy Robertson here. Who are we playing? We're playing Burnley in 3 days. Okay. Once again, the S-Man is taking my training. I'm not even involved in training. So let's not ask about how they're doing training-wise, because I will have absolutely no clue. I'm so excited. I want to see your saves. Yeah, so don't forget, the link was in chat. I'll pop the link up again. I hope the link doesn't appear a few times, man. Just now it did. Download the save here. All right, that's the download link. And yeah, I wonder why it appears twice, but okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. One is on Twitch and one is on YouTube. But yeah, so download the Arne slot save there, and then upload it here. Okay. Upload it using this link. God, I'm multi-streaming. I actually was looking at the 8K monitor. I asked the guys, man, can we get an 8K graphics card in? They looked at me, they gave me this look. Because my graphics card, my rig can handle 8K. But I'm like thinking, I think that's a mountain too high to climb. Because I want to split the screen for my streaming, right? I want to split it in the background. I want to capture all those, and I want to bring it into OBS as split screens. Be quite funky. Yeah, things I'm thinking of doing. I got the ideas. I just have to apply them. I wish there was somebody smarter than me in my life. I'm sure all of you are smarter than me, but I don't have any contacts, man. I don't have any contacts. Hey, Derek, how are you? Been a while catching you live. How's the family doing? Hey, thanks for asking. Thank you for asking. Family is doing fantastic, man. Family is doing fantastic. Hope you are doing well. Yes. I want to thank everybody, man. You guys have been fantastic. You've been supporting the stream for a long time. Absolutely sensational. Hold on. I don't believe I didn't record the stream. Not again. I was supposed to record the stream so I could edit it down. Okay. I was supposed to edit, record that whole portion where I explained it. I'll have to do it on my own. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. These are the 3 tactics I think that can be applied to Arne slot system, right? So we got this DLF support. I didn't really like this. Too high. Then we've got this because he can still end up in the area, but I'm thinking more attack duty. But since both of them on support, they will be in they'll most likely end up in the same tier. So let's try this first. Okay, well, I'm gonna tweak it along the way. There's no guarantee that's what it's gonna look like. Yeah. Like I said, I'm doing a replication, and for me, a replication means I play every single game until I think it's accurate. Then I'm happy. Yeah, and the thing is, this is more like a case of let's do it together, right? Okay. So we've got them coming out, and we got into like a bit of a 4-3-3 kind of a press, which will happen because this guy is an AP on support. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, that could happen if this guy's on a support duty. If he's on an attack duty, he'll be pressing higher up the pitch. So what we can do, since having seen that, right? Having seen that, we go in here and change it to an AP on attack. Because it's the very first thing I noticed just now. So we can change that. So we can get him pressing high up the pitch. Of course, there's other things we can do, like hard tackle. Okay, so now we got 1, 2, goalkeeper has the ball. We got 4 here already. That's good. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. A line of 4. We got the line of 4. We've got the striker in the air. Now we've got him in the air and Darwin Núñez falling off. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. Work is hectic. Cannot wait for the holidays to start up. FM24. Yeah, man. Everybody's like you. Yeah, my kids are. I told my son that he's got no. My son is very excited because coming to the end of the year and Christmas and Santa Claus and you know that jazz. Yeah. Okay. Darwin Núñez. But again, we've got the 4. We got this look. Yeah. Okay. This is the build-out phase, right? This is the build-out phase. I was aiming for this for the build-out phase. Of course, you can't see it from here. So this is the defend phase. This is slightly what we wanted. The ball is in there. See how do I know which picture to go to? You know where the ball is? This is how exactly what SI is doing when they check their tactics. Okay, where's the ball? Here. Where are my players? Okay, good. So where's the ball? Here. Where are my players? See what I mean? Now the ball is in the opposition third, right? So we've got them pretty narrow. So I'm just going to pay attention to when the ball shifts here. Okay. Now ball is gone here. Is with Jones, right? So he has moved up, which is okay. Now he drops back and we get the 4. Now we see the ball is in the opposition third. I mean, this is with the defender, but if it's here, we're almost the same. There we go. We've got him making that run already, the roaming playmaker. So if the roaming playmaker is making this run, we got pass into space. Nice. See how this is how you tell if your pass into space is going to get triggered. Okay, this is all you do in Football Manager. You wait for the ball to get into midfield, see that run being made, and wait for the pass into space. If it's going to come, it doesn't matter what mentality you are, right? If your players have the ability on the ball, they will play that pass. And does it matter what role they're playing? I've got him playing as a fullback. That's it. The thing about this game, and this is something that we have to remember, everything is driven by a small little thing called attributes. I'm going to try something, okay? That definitely wasn't what I wanted. Okay, so I've got to set the zoom in properly. Okay, I've got a lot of funky new toys on my system. Okay, so I don't know whether this is gonna work, right? Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it now. I've got to set the zoom up correctly. I'm too naughty. I'm very naughty. Yeah, when I got toys to play with, I'm extremely. I'm like one of the worst guys you can ever get. Like, Dalji's got a new toy. Damn it. He's having fun now. Okay. Alright. So let's try that again, okay? Let's try that again so I get it right. Okay, this is Mo Salah, right? Let's zoom into my new toy. Okay. Come on, let's go. Okay, that's close, but not close enough. This is the zoom is too high. We can see his name now. It's so cool. My name is Mo Salah. Okay. Yeah. I'm doing all this now. Okay, we can go here. We can go. Yeah, that's his attributes. See his attributes. That's Mo Salah's attributes. Okay. Okay. Now we can zoom into attributes. Really cool. Huh? Yeah, the toys I've come up with for my own stream. Yeah. I can't help it. This is becoming like, guys, this is how I set up my OBS. Let's go and set up the OBS. Hey, this is a work in progress, baby. You want to see my... This is all for... this is all going to be for follow speed. I'm going to drop the follow speed so you guys don't get dizzy. Okay. Follow outside the bounds. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So let's follow again so you guys don't get dizzy. Okay. There we go. Better right now. Okay. And now we go down. Beautiful. See that? Does that look nice? And now you guys can't complain. Can I zoom in on my... Okay, I'm watching it on my phone. Can you zoom in a bit? I'm the only one laughing, right? Okay. So okay, it's a joke for myself. Okay, he'll go fullback. So he played the pass. Yay. Yeah, he played the pass into space. You know how happy I am when I see pass into space being triggered? Okay, Andy Robertson with a corner. Aye, we got a goal. And Ryan Gravenberch scored. Okay, in case you guys are wondering, maybe I'm using cheat code. I'm not using any cheat code. So this is just a corner, man. Basic corner delivery. Can't go wrong. Attack near post, look at near post, attack near post, attack ball from Asia. I got 2 players attacking the near post. It's called divide and conquer. So one guy holds the central defender down. Another guy comes because... Why? Mark near post. Player mark, Zoni mark near post, Zoni mark far post, Zoni mark center. Do you have any more mark near post? I mean, we can put one more guy here. Mark near post and push this guy all the way up. Okay. Mark player, mark near post, Zoni mark near post, Zoni 6 area, player mark. Okay, we can go another one. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I like to do this. Okay. I'm just messing with my own set piece routines. Yeah. Of course, when you download the save, you're not going to have the set pieces in there. What's your feeling on the contract status of Liverpool players Trent, Salah and VVOD? Great question. I think that Trent Alexander might stay. VVOD will sign a new contract, but Mo Salah is leaving. I don't expect to see Mo Salah. Mo Salah will not be in the club for long. Yeah, so this defensively, they did okay. Yeah, we didn't rush that. Alexander-Arnold, we do the build-up play. We've got underlap on the right. Okay. And then we got low crosses set as well. So Curtis Jones, so far it's not looking too bad. The team looking quite good. Here goes Mo Salah in a position that we want him to be, right? He's looking to release one player on the other side. I think the inside forward on attack is okay. Let's drop him down to inside forward and support. We don't have to play him on attack. You can play on support as well. I think the next game, that's what I'm going to do. Then we can see the position, the heat map as well, which is actually... I want to avoid showing you guys the heat map and the pass combination. It won't be around, right, next year. We will use exactly the tools that will be available to us in FM25. Okay? We won't use the chalkboard. The chalkboard is out. We can't use the chalkboard. Okay, so what do we do now in terms of pressing? Okay, do we leave it? We're only playing on balance mentality. I'm not pushing it up. It's fine to play a tactic on balance. Anyway, more likely than not, if you want to replicate is shorter passing and the tempo that Liverpool are playing on, I think the best one is positive. But we need to be... One thing about when I'm playing with football, doing these replications, I pay a lot of attention to how Liverpool are playing in real life. Now, Liverpool do not play on one tempo throughout the game, right? Against Manchester City, they started the first half on basically an attacking foot. They were playing high block. And then once they scored their first goal, according to Mr. Arne Slot or some of the players, they were forced into a defensive posture, right? But Liverpool look pretty confident and comfortable playing a low block. In most of their games, they actually start on a mid block. So the thing about when we do try and play this on Football Manager, I feel that we should it should be possible for us, if a tactic is set up right, for us to shift between blocks, right? So it shouldn't be a problem. So we've been doing that, and I'll keep doing it. Your tactic should be able to do it, because it's going to be a function of your roles and duties. So we've got all the boys back. We only got one at the edge of the area. That's fine. Keeper's instructions are to pass to the defenders. He's playing as a sweeper, keeper on support, because we want to see occasionally a long pass from him. Alexander Arnold. Okay, this is fine. Yep. Very okay, this is good. So far, there's no high press. Cody Gakpo there. Mo Salah is here. We got McAllister as a roaming playmaker, slipping into Cody and Andy Robertson, which is something that he does. Okay, good. Nice. I like the build-out play. I like the attempt and the shot. Okay, pass. I'm beginning to like this version a lot. Okay, again, we got the 2 at the back. We've got the 4-2. We got almost the 4. Yeah. But this is nice, because it would be quite poor if this guy started running off too early. Jones to Darwin Núñez. He gets inside, takes a shot, and does a Darwin. That's a Núñez, baby. I tend to agree on Salah. Okay. I need to adjust this, man. There's no wrap. I'll have to find a way of wrapping that up. Tend to agree on Salah, most underrated player in the last decade. Should have won a balloon award. Wonder if Liverpool will go for Egyptian Prince. Marmoush is on their radar, yeah, from what I've heard. But Balloon Dior probably not. No. I never thought he was in line for a Balloon Dior. No. You never. No. Balloon Dior got some international requirement as well. Yeah. And he's by the journalist, so I don't think he would ever won the balloon. I think he's realistic as well as to being a Balloon Dior winner. Having said that, Michael Owen did win the Balloon d'Or, right? And England has, during his tenure, England didn't win anything, so yeah. Okay, Gakpo, the ball, McAllister. This is nice. I like what I'm seeing. There's a lot of control build up from Liverpool, something that we see quite a lot in the way they play. We want to see a lot of short passes into the area, and we also want to see high quality chances. We want to see them panic. Haaland will never get close to Balloon d'Or. Not in a million years. Yeah. Hey, Phil, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. How are you doing, man? Darwin Núñez out wide to Mo Salah. Again, nice positioning for Mo. He's in a good position. Darwin Núñez playing a simple pass to Cody Gakpo. McAllister to Gravenberch. Gets into the area. Oh my goodness. That's a second goal from Ryan Gravenberch. I think I like what I see. This could be it, man. Slot 3 looks like it, man. I want the line of 4, but I don't want the fullbacks to be too overcommitted. We can see from this, Andy Robertson is in this position, and Trent is in this position. They're still quite narrow, which is what we see a lot of in the way they play the game. So I'm getting there with my little version. I wonder how you are. So looking at Liverpool's pass map, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and the 4 strung in a row like this, and we got the 2 here. So we got a 4, 2 slide. Now we look at this pass map from the Athletic, right? But this wasn't the pass map. Which page are you on? Okay. Where's my go forward? Suddenly I lost it. Okay. We'll just come here. All right. So this is the okay, there we go. So this is the pass map. They got 1, 2, 3 with Salah slightly higher than Szoboszlai. Okay, so what we need to do is try to make it match this, right? Okay, so we know this is what we look like in his McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch, I did set in the center. When I'm looking at my game, okay, it was slightly different, right? We had both of them in a line. One was higher than the other. Okay, so we can see this. We got actually the 2 are not that far. Not that far. If we want to do it to make it more accurate, right? What we'll do is DLP on support. Then we're getting to be an AP on attack or a shadow striker. Okay. We've got him. This is what was missing in this guy. Roam from positions. Okay, we can't get him to move into channel. He's already moving into channels. Good. Okay. Let's try that. I like the first version though. My fullbacks are sitting narrow. Both of them have been told to sit narrow. Oh, there, cut inside. Not one. Only one sitting narrow, not the other one. But you're playing a narrow formation, so it'll be fine. Andy Robertson isn't super narrow for Liverpool. It is Trent Alexander-Arnold and Connor Bradley who are always narrow. If you look very carefully, Andy Robertson provides width. Bradley, do you see him come in the middle? Occasionally he does, but he doesn't do it all the time. Yeah. Whereas Connor Bradley does. Quite a lot. So when he comes inside, Mo Salah goes all the way wide. So they want Mo Salah to be free to make those kind of passes. Ryan Gravenberch is fine. Cody Gakpo out to Virgil van Dijk. Ryan Gravenberch. Oh, beautiful ball to Salah. Trent Alexander-Arnold came inside, but Dooney gets the ball. Okay. Once again, right, I changed the role of McAllister to a deep line playmaker on support now. I think both can work. It depends on which one you want it to be, I guess. Yeah. See, now Gravenberch moves higher up the pitch because this guy's got whole position. He doesn't. Yeah, that's it. There we go. I don't think this is going to be correct. So it'll have to be the other way around. So it'll be this guy will be a DM, and this guy will be DLP. But then we have a problem, right? Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do DLP on support, and then we'll do DM with whole position. Okay. All right. So he doesn't run off. You don't have to put PIs on wingers, Rocky. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to do that. Just pick the roles. Are you CMB who's roaming sometimes? Yeah, you can do that as well. Complete wingback. Because sometimes they go wide, sometimes they go narrow. I think complete wingback is also a very good role for this. Yeah. Except I wanted it to be, in my version, I want it to be more mechanical, more automaton. Right? I don't want a complete wingback because I don't know when the complete wingback is going to go narrow and when it's going to go wide. Right? So I rather have something that I can control. So I leave it to I use the PIs on the players. At least I know sometimes they'll come in, sometimes they won't. Whereas with the complete wingback, I really can't tell, man. He has got to be superb in that position. So we got Andy Robertson, terrible, like the real Andy Robertson. Okay, the defending, we got to do a mid block. This is nice. We got a 4-2 in the lineup of the 4. I mean, one of the players was getting to position, but it's okay. Oh, they got a goal. This is a nonsensical play. We didn't clear the ball, but can we fix this? Yeah, who was this player? Gravenberch. Yeah, his defending wasn't good. He couldn't control the ball. All right, let's see Gravenberch's feet. See, he's right-footed, right? So, yeah, there's a problem. All right. I mean, this guy is also right-footed. Yeah, and might not will live with that. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo is following me now, man. That's the one. Okay, what a ball to... he tried to release Gakpo. Trent, in the game or in real life? Hey, he's got a good rating, 7.5. I'm just very picky about the movement as well. Mo Salah, first times it in, and he's offside. I think that I don't like the reason why Gravenberch is higher, of course, is because the ball is in that direction. And Gravenberch is low, okay? DLP, McAllister playing high up the pitch. That's fine now, I guess. You can play, we can use DM, DLP. You can use DM, roaming playmaker. You can use DM, Segundo Volante. Oh, that's 3 goals from corner. I've scored 3 goals from corners. And it's not my fault. I told you what I did. I got 2 fellas attacking the near post. Gravenberch and Virgil van Dijk. My goodness, I'm scoring so many goals from corners. It's not my fault. It's the match engine. What is the attack routine of corner? Attack routine of corner is simple. Just my corner routine is very basic, man. Attack near post, lurk near post, attack ball from edge of area, mark keeper, attack ball from edge of area. I got two fellas attacking the ball from the edge of the area, so I can do a round 2. Lurk outside, far side is here, and then stay back if needed and stay back. Yeah, that's my corner routines. So I've got like 2 guys attacking the near post. Both are tall players. What to do? Liverpool have strength in height. You notice Liverpool's recruitment in the last couple of years? They got a height criteria for that team now. Except we see McAllister is the only one that failed the height criteria. Is Liverpool's that? No, it's not similar to PSV. PSV is slightly different. Yeah. PSV is more like a 4-1-4-1. Yeah. But they're trying to get into that. Doing Destiny far post. Destiny far post, no lah. You can do a Destiny far post as well. You can flip that tactic, right? You can flip this set piece and do a far post version as well. So let me copy this, right? Save this routine. Okay, saving it. No, we're not saving it. We're crashing, are we? Save Arne. Okay. Near. Okay, save Arne near. I don't know, I had to come up with a name. Create new routine. Load. What? Duplicate. Duplicate current routine. All right, so both 50%. So we duplicated this, and what we'll do is we attack far. Then we attack far. That's it. Okay. Then lurk outside. Now this guy's lurk and near. Slightly different. Okay. All right. Then we call it save routine. Attack. Arne. Far. That's it. Slightly different. Right? So we got one attack near, one attack far. All right. What do you think is the best training schedule for maximizing player potential? Okay, to maximize player potential, it's really simple. Have a balanced team training schedule. And then when he's young, okay, have a so you have 2 match practices inside your training. With youth players, especially when they're young, first, do they have headroom? Okay. Second thing you need to do when it comes to maximizing youth training is what is the personality like? If the personality is shy, then forget it. You're never going to maximize his training potential because his personality is playing too big of a role, and it's so you can't. Basically, I wouldn't even bother. Now, if the player has got a good personality and you want him to develop, then you need to have a general training schedule which covers all the attributes, right? Usually you're going to go for basically the same schedule that I always use on my streams. That's one. And then you want to have to focus on his do individual focus as well on that player, right? Does he need quickness? I think what I would recommend is, among when they are young, right, they are going to explode physical attributes. They're always going to grow. I try to avoid that. I put more physical general training sessions in the team training session. And then for the youth ones, so what I do is I focus on mentals. Because the only thing that prevents them from playing is always going to be their mentals, not their physicals. Their physicals are good enough, man. Their physicals are always good. I don't know. I never bother with their physicals. Their physicals will explode, man. So there's no best training schedule to maximize. Is how you mold that, because training schedules only steer the player's development. So as a manager yourself, you need to know what you need to put in as a general. My style of football is very attacking. So, and I demand work rate, stamina, aggression off the ball in all my players with concentration, because I'm always playing a high defensive line, high line of engagement. That's the kind of football I play. So when I train players, they're going to come out with those kind of attributes in those areas, right? So my general training schedule is I'll show it to you guys in a second. Because physical attributes are like brain dead, man. You always, all my players are trained ball winning midfielders when they're young. Everyone. all my young players come up ball winning midfielder until, because that's the one that's going to boost concentration. Plus they've got the physical attributes as well in those roles, and it's very simple, it's very focused, right? So the moment they hit 11 for concentration, I take them off that and I put them in specialized training programs. It's very similar to what a lot of football schools do, right? They move a player, Ajax, right? They move the player around in different positions to learn football. Okay, so I put them in ball winning midfielder first, like 2 seasons or 3 seasons of ball winning midfielder. So they develop the physical attributes and anticipation and concentration, right? Okay. All right, done. Then I move them out. Then they go into the specialized training programs. For all strikers, they all start as either shadow striker or Ramrauter. Why? Because again, he's the only one that has got concentration. It's so easy, right? So if I was going to this, I'm not even here. I would even bother with this, right? So like let's say if I got Ben Doak here, right? So Ben Doak is 17 years old. He's got concentration 11. I mean, that's okay. So what I will do for his training is the tactic I use inside forwards. I use inside forwards, right? I use wingers. I attack down the flanks a lot. So I need players to run at defenses. I need his off the ball has to go up. His jumping is so low. It's 4. His height is, what the hell is his height, man? What's his height? It's 172, Ben. This guy is going to be a fast nippy striker. Got to get behind lines. So he's already got the numbers. So we can, if I want to boost his concentration up, it's about choosing the training schedule that is going to boost the attribute you need. So the individual, so I got concentration. Yeah. Right. I don't think he'll ever play in the center because he'll never win the second ball. Why he still has a chance to play. So I'll put him here. Then I look at his physical attributes. Do they need work? No, they don't. So then after that, I look at this. Oh man, I would like his work rate to be higher because I beat my players with a stick to make them work harder. So I leave it on endurance. Then when it comes to a team training schedule, you just have to have something that's balanced. That's all. Right? Just pick a balanced schedule. I mean, like, I have my own balanced schedules. Right? You can either go with something like this. This is very balanced, right? You've got 2 match practices. And all this is very light because it works on the attributes I think are important for my team. So I go and work on all this. And then I have general sessions like attacking, and defending. Or you can, if you think that your team needs more defending attributes because your players are terrible at defending, let's go defending. This works on the whole team, right? So you can come in here and do defending. Then you can work, because this works on the priority 60%, right? It's all outfield players. These are valuable because these hit 60% of all your outfield players. So all your outfield players work on these attributes. Then this is good because it only works on the attacking group, where you do hitting, marking, tackling, concentration. Because I want my attacking group to have high concentration. This is what I do. Ultimately, you got to look at units as well. Like, why are your fullbacks not getting good crossing, or maybe you need them to improve their crossing? I take my fullbacks out from here and put them here for crossing, because why? This unit is the attacking unit. So when it comes to training, it's not that difficult. Just keep it balanced and know where what your training schedules are like. So don't overcomplicate the game. The game is actually very, very easy. But I think that if you focus too much on training, you might lose out. I would say keep it simple. If you don't understand anything, leave it to the ass man. Just focus then on individual training. That's my advice to most people. If you want to go into like training, heavy customized training, then what you're looking at is you have to understand yourself what the weights are, right? And you guys have to keep it light. This is a very light schedule. Injury list, extremely light, because this is nothing, man. Compared to one of my other training schedules, and you see me use it a lot. This is my schedule that I'm using right now, my streams. This is what I'm using. It's high, it's very intensive. Right? Except, I know what I'm doing. In terms of who's not playing. So when the first team is I physically manually pick the players who are not playing, who are given a day off. I don't depend on the algorithm in the game to do it for me. So they are giving them a day off on that day. But for this save, we're not using him. We're just gonna do it ourselves. All right, so far let's check out the numbers for this game, right? So Burnley, we can now tell what our key pass combinations look like. Go to analytical data. Okay, we have a key pass map here somewhere. I mean, we can use this. This is our shots, right? So we got majority of our shots inside the area, 20, 11 with the feet. I'm happy, man. Okay. So then after that, we look at the XG chances. We have one that is 0. Not so fantastic. This 0.18, I guess it's okay. But you got to improve this. 0.27 is pretty good. 0.36 is very good. So these are all like 2 or 3 good chances in and around the area. And double check with this, you should have at least one clear-cut chance. Okay. Then we can come out of this and then go to data hub. I mean, you only need certain things in the data hub, right? Okay, so pass map comparison, something I will look at. So in terms of the pass map, our 2 DMs are here. Fine. We got a 4-2-4. I mean, they're about the same height. We were messing with their duties, right? So this is exactly what we wanted, right? Curtis Jones up here, slightly behind this. This is quite good. Okay. Now, what's the difference between this and this? So Boslai is on the right, but here Curtis is in the center. That's because I didn't apply focus play. So what we'll do in the next game, we put focus play on the right. Okay. So we want to get this Boslai into this area. Okay. Luis Diaz is very inside compared to Cody Gakpo. Look at where Luis Diaz is and look where Cody Gakpo is. So Luis Diaz. So what we can do with this guy is that we'll sit narrower. So this guy will come in. Right? Because if we want this, where am I right now? To look like, man, there's a lot of hoops to fly through. Look, we want him here. Okay, so the pass map comparisons, this like takes the average position into account. Most of the threaded passes, you can see we got a lot. The weight is pretty. You know, the bigger the circle is, right? The more passes went through them. It's got 164, 140, not much of a difference, right? Gravenberch is not the main influencer in this tactic. It's actually McAllister. So if you look at this, they're about the same, right? About the same. So the real weight is around here. So there's a focus play going on in this tactic. Okay, so this is how I use actual data out in the world and apply it to Football Manager. So now we looked at the data and I'm gone, okay, fine. I want it to be a bit more like, you know, how they play in the real world. Of course, then, you know, you got the second problem. No 2 matches will produce the same key pass map. Okay. You got to kind of find that match that you like the style of play and then go, you know, I think this is going to work for me. And that's it. That's your replication. Okay. Be realistic, man. You're not going to get this AI ain't that smart, no? To be able to change for every single game. Yeah, definitely. He was playing AMR after that. Yeah, of course, the key pass. You got to be aware of all this as well. He went out to the right, therefore his key pass map. That's a very good observation. Tiki Press is right. For this game, Dominic Szoboszlai eventually, after a while, started moving out to the right, right? And then Luis Diaz, remember, he also played as a striker, no? Remember when Mo Salah was taken off and Darwin Núñez was taken off, and Luis Diaz actually came into the middle to play as a striker? I remember Luis Diaz was a substitute, not a starting player. So Luis Diaz was playing more like a striker, right? You notice somebody isn't here. Darwin Núñez did come on, right? Yeah, there we go. Darwin Núñez, I think he came on, right? Right, so they all came on for Luis Diaz, 81st minute. So we got to look at all this as well. So I'm just, you know, I know there were substitutions made. You got to factor that in when you create tactics. In fact, I'm not going to do this because this defeats the purpose of focus play. I'm not. Because if I do that, right, then no point doing focus play here. This guy is not going to come in and score goals. All right, we got the next game. We'll play Luis Diaz here. We don't want Salah to play. We'll play Harvey Elliott. And then we'll play Szoboszlai here. And then up top, we'll play Jota. And then in midfield, we'll play... I think we're going to stick with this combination. We'll play with Endo for Gravenberch. And then in defense, we'll put... I don't know, man. Joel Matip apparently is still at the club. We'll take that any time of the day. Okay. We're playing Mansfield in the cup. Okay, so this should be quite straightforward. Liverpool should win, right? Never know this game. Well, exactly. If Tiki Press, you like Volante on attack, go ahead, man. Yeah, it's a great role. It's a great one because there's a very wide distribution, right? I think it's got concentration as well, if I'm not mistaken. So they're playing a narrow diamond. We are playing a narrow attack. There's bound to be space out wide. Oh, be interesting to see whether this space is exploited. What we can do is play a bit more attacking. We're not going to play a mid block against them, but we'll stay with the mid block. Yeah, we'll just stay with the mid block. If I want to put more pressure on this team, and because they're defensive, what I will do is I will play high up the pitch with a high block. Okay, so Liverpool and Mansfield, how are we looking tactically? Not too bad. Harvey Elliott goes wide. He's got an underlapping right. We got a focus play. I think we drop it back to positive. We don't have to be so attacking. Relax a bit. Virgil van Dijk higher. Okay, McAllister. What a pass, man. He tried to thread that pass right to Jota's feet. Oh, okay. I have nothing to do with this. I put my hand up right now. Okay, I did not do anything. Okay, set pieces for all this is not in my control. It's SI, not my fault. I put attack. I mean, you want your tallest fella to attack the far post, right? So okay, it's supposed to be the way it works. Okay, so this is like more like a 4-3-3 press. Now it's a 4-4-2-4. Okay, not too bad. Harvey Elliott, we want the mid block again. Beautiful. What I like about mid block, right, is the intensity. See the intensity? It's one of the reasons why Liverpool didn't. I mean, touch wood. I'm not going to talk about injuries right now. Let's not go there. Okay. I don't want to say anything right now. Harvey Elliott out wide, looks for options, runs, winger, nice pass. So Boslike did his best. But I'm beginning to like what I see. So I'm kind of happy. But the fact that they're taking shots at goal. Okay, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna drop the tempo. Take our time. Dropping a tempo has there's several impacts of dropping a tempo, right? The first one is going to be very simple. You reduce the risk to injury. That's your player's conditioning doesn't get so bad. Second thing about tempo is because you're taking a longer time to build out your play, because it affects the speed at which you build out your play. You give players more chance to get the ball up the pitch. Now the problem with tempo, when you lower the tempo in a bad team, is that you also give the opposition plenty of time to give you hell. So chances are, if you're playing a counter-attacking game, you want to play on a higher tempo. If you're playing like a tiki-taka game, you want to play on a low tempo. You get more players involved, and your speed at which you build up is not that fast. So we're going to go to key highlights because I'm not staying on comprehensive with this movie. Do I think that Liverpool can keep Kelleher next season? No. Kelleher, if I were him, I'd be leaving the club. Kelleher is a very good keeper. He should be starting, and to be fair to his career, right, he has to go. And Liverpool are a Moneyball club. They bought Salah at 40 million. They've done really well with Salah, and I doubt Liverpool are gonna go out there. He is the highest paid player in Liverpool's history. Okay, so they're not gonna go out there most likely and give him something exorbitant, some crazy contract. FSG turned the club from 154 million profit club to a $500 million profit club, and since they took over, all doing Moneyball, right? So there is no reason to assume that Salah will be staying or Kelleher are going to be staying, because Liverpool have a threshold for their players. So Kelleher will leave because it makes sense for his career, right? He needs more game time. He's a great keeper, but Liverpool can't keep him. Liverpool are not like City. 2 world-class keepers on the bench. All right, 2 world-class keepers in the starting 11. Yeah. So far, okay, looking good. The first half, I think we were pretty comfortable. We can definitely give others a break. We take off, I think Darwin Núñez or Jota, since Jota seems to be so injury prone. Yeah, Kelleher is going to go to some big clubs. He's not going to leave for a push. But I don't think it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Oh, this is us playing really well. We have given one chance away to them, which was a good XG chance, which I'm not happy about. I mean, you can always do this, right? You can always do a visualization pass shot map. Yeah, focus play now is better. Usually Soboslai is closer, so after this we'll check to see the focus play. We can look at other key pass maps as well. But I'm quite happy with where he is at the moment. This is the danger about key pass maps when you get it from another source, right? You have to be aware of the players and where they were playing. All right, so we've got another DM to take off. Oh man, I don't want to take him off. I put Joe Gomez here. I'm sorry, man. We are not risking. I don't think Gravenberch should be asked to play any more games. We're playing at such a low tempo, so it should be fine. Our players up top should be okay. So Boslai. Okay, Carabao Cup. Navigate that without injury. That's our goal, guys. That's our goal. So once again, the links are in chat. For the guys on Discord, you have the thread on the sub channel, and I put that there. I'm very interested. The links are going to close. Yes, it's not like indie. Look, if you're watching this stream and it's the year 2025, because this has happened before, I just want to make it very clear to everybody out there. If you are watching this show, it is the year 2026 out there. You know, I mean, aliens have landed in New York and they have already introduced themselves. And you're watching this stream. Thank you very much, firstly. But those links you see in chat, the deadline passed, like, you know, in 2024, right? So we've only got 7 days. So the deadline passes on a Sunday. Today is the 3rd of December 2024. To all of you out there in the future, the link expired already. It expired on the 7th of December. Thanks for watching the stream anyway, you guys from the future. I love you very much for coming to watch this show that happened in the year 2024. Just gotta make it clear. I just gotta make it absolutely clear, because I've had people download stuff. I'm like looking at this guy. Hey, this show happened in 2018 and watching it. Wow. I gotta love you guys, man. I gotta put out that message to all of you. I love you guys deep. Seriously. And please don't ask about where the I love you deep comes from. Okay? There's no sexual references there. To all you dirty-minded fellas. Okay. All right, Jay Speary starts on the coaching course. I'm so proud. Okay, here we go. Next game. Schedule. Okay, third round. Okay, let's go third round, baby. Let's watch this. Okay, let's see whether we got our... Of course, we can't see pass maps from anywhere in this game. Now we got to come here. Combinations all. Liverpool. All right, so we take out our substitutions. There's one place to do it. This is every Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they got everyone here. So we got 4. It's not too bad. Jota is here. McAllister is here. We got Luis Diaz here. We got Andrew Robertson here. It's not too bad. This is like a nice little 4. It's a good setup, right? Passing combinations, very heavy now. We can see Harvey Elliott. We can see Trent Alexander-Arnold. This looks more like the weight that we saw earlier. There's not so much here. And these two are quite equivalent, right? McAllister and Endo. Yeah, 77 and 92. Not too far apart. The circles look about the same size. But this is a definite clear winner here. Right, compared to the first one that we did. So yeehaw, I'm happy. Sign still delivered. This is the tactic I'll be using. Of course, some of you might be now asking, Dalji, can you use a Segundo Volante? Okay, let's go. Okay. Next match. It's the official time capsule, correct? I know. I mean, I'm very happy that there are people out there still watching the Gloucester series, man. Like they go like your lower league stuff with Gloucester was awesome, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. Maybe we should revisit Gloucester and those kind of saves too. I should, man. Yeah, okay. One of my buttons not giving me the data I wanted, but we'll have to kick that out at some point because it's not working the way I thought it would. Let's see this. Hey! Culture left foot the last time I was subbed on the channel, man. Thank you very much. Just want to give a shout out to Dave. He's not here today. Well, thanks for the follow, man. Yeah. He's also on he's also got a Twitch channel as well. So you might want to check that out too. Okay. All right. Let's give who are we playing? We're playing Sheffield United. Oh yeah, this is Football Manager 2023-24. As I have yet to release Football Manager 25. Correct. Guys, I gotta admit, I was sitting down here for a second, looking at this team. Sheffield United. Wait a minute. Sheffield United are not in the league right now, right? We're playing Arne Slot's replication. I was thinking to myself, hang on a minute, something is very, very wrong here, right? So I'm going like, hey, what's going on? And that's when I realized, oh, Football Manager 25, it's not out yet. They would have had the latest updated database there. Oh man, this is like me, man. I was looking at the team with Sheffield United. Okay, how does this work? I'm laughing. I'm sorry, SI, but I can't help myself. You know what I mean? It's not me, it's you guys. The game should have. Yeah, I know it's not their fault either. Like, you know, they're probably going like all these guys playing the game Football Manager. We got a feel for them. You know, because it's Sheffield United there. Yeah, the slot this time, correct. Okay, here we go. You got Sheffield United playing their 3-4-3. Okay, we did have a problem in another 3-4-3. It took us a long time to break that 3-4-3 down, but now we're playing with a Volante and a DM to see whether or not there'll be a substantial difference to how we build out play. Okay, and we got purple jerseys. Okay, all right, Gakpo with the ball. Once again, we're playing on balanced mentality. There's absolutely no need to. Your tactic works. You can play on any mentality, right? Okay, it's just a matter of risk. Yeah, and oh my goodness, that was close to being a goal, man. Yeah. Once again, positive mentality, very accurate for Mr. Arne Slot because of the passing. Away from home, either I go balance or I drop my defensive line and my block. And this is a B rate now. We got to use B rate. Okay, we got a free kick from Mo Salah. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! Look at the setup from our boy. Deep free kicks from Mo Salah. Goes straight to Alexander. He sets it up for Virgil van Dijk on a platter, man. Now that is a goal. That is a goal. Yeah, I want to try something. Sorry, guys. We're going to try something later. When there's a goal, right, I want to like zoom in. Can I do that? Okay, here we go. Whoa! Wasn't that cool? All right, here we go. We got a corner. Coming out. Can't help it. And oh, it's cleared. There's no chance. It's coming in for Szoboszlai. I can't help myself. I mean, how long I spent on this? I spent quite a while doing all this. I can do this as long as I'm not screwed up about the way I set it up. Okay. My camera is still in the same place. Okay. I can even zoom into my own face now. As if you guys needed a better look at my face. Huh? Okay. Here we go. No, wrong thing. That's a chapter marker. Sheesh. Okay. I'm not even looking at the game anymore. Check out the build out play, guys. This is what we want to do with Football Manager. Okay, we got the boys building out play. Oh no! Oh no! What's happened? Oh, sorry. Are you guys getting dizzy by any chance? Do you want me to stop? Maybe I should zoom in a bit slowly, right? slow zoom, dramatic zoom. Look, guys, we're not doing a cinematic movie here. All right, here we go. First half. Yes. Why don't we have some fun? Okay. You know who should be watching this? My son. He'll be laughing and laughing and laughing. Because he's like, for him, it's too far away. I want to make it more entertaining for my kids. Oh, kids, look at this. The defender is bringing the ball up. Oh, there's Alexander Arnold. He's got the ball. He finds Virgil van Dijk. There's options here and there. He plays the right. This is good build-up play through the middle. Yes, very balanced mentality. Look, yeah, keeping in the ball. So Boslai looks out wide for Mo Salah. Mo Salah now threads the ball to Diego Jota, but he can't score. Okay, I just have to set the... Okay, we can drop this slightly so it'll be more centered. Okay, all right. Okay, and there we go. Oops, wrong. That looks horrible. Okay, first half, looking at our, that's our, okay, see our pass maps right over here. The pass maps don't look so bad, okay? So if I'm comparing the two pass maps, they are not too bad, right? Liverpool, even in this game, this is one of the reasons why I tell you it's also based on the opposition. We got winger on support inside for an attack, right? But the pass map in the game is saying that because of the focus play down the right, our winger has got a higher position. Okay, is there something wrong with our setup? I don't think so. And then there's something else, right? When I'm playing this game, I'm always paying attention to this. Okay, if you look the players, okay, if you're looking at the players, I will show it to you later. Soboslai with the free kick. Okay, this is going to be funny. It's a short one. Back to Soboslai. Shoots. That was funny, all right. Wasn't even close. Okay, we got another corner. Robertson to take this. Ryman grab. Okay. I did not reach. It's Ryan Gravenberch. We got one near post and one far post right now. Okay, so even Stevens. We're not going to score any more goals from corner routines. Free kicks. McAllister, but I didn't say anything about free kicks because we didn't do the same thing for free kicks. So I play a balanced mentality, you know, we're not taking too many risks. We want to keep our players fit, but we only have a 1-goal lead, which is quite disappointing. So we could play on a higher mentality and put the pressure back on them in their third, right? So all we have got to do is go to attacking. Okay, how do I do this? Playing the same tactic without making any changes, too many changes. We go high press, standard defensive line. Check this out a bit more, so that we are now putting more pressure on them. So after this, what we're doing basically is playing high up the pitch. This should be putting pressure on the wing backs. But you don't really have to because our block has been quite good. They haven't had any good chances in and around our half. Gravenberch with the ball out to Jota. Jota finds Mo Salah. Okay, he runs around the players and he's in. It's a Mo. He says a Gakpo. Oh, Gakpo misses. Gakpo, what a miss from Gakpo. That's some good work from Mo Salah, man. Okay. Right. Oh, Archer with the ball. Okay, I think we need to be something like this. Okay. All right. We got Gravenberch now to Jota. Now you see the players, Salah wide, the players are coming into the area because Szoboszlai missing. Okay, now we have to take players off. Yeah, so first up, it's about at this time when I'll make all my changes. 60th minute. We took a long time because I was having fun with the you know what I was doing. Okay. Curtis Elliott, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones. Okay. Yeah, we'll make those changes. So we're playing higher up the pitch, but as you can see, the reason why I don't want that to happen is look at our backline at the moment. So I'm paying attention to this. I'm going like my inner voice is saying the mid block is still the best. But hey, What's life without some risk, right? So McAllister is now tired. We take him off. Okay. One thing I want to point out, right, is okay, when you play Football Manager, okay, and you're looking at your team, right? If you see players like McAllister, your players getting very tired, like how McAllister was, you should think about taking him off. Yeah, but we don't have enough substitutions. I lied. I was just trying to, do the whole zoom in, zoom out again. Okay, Gravenberch. Oh no. Good defending from the boys. High up the pitch. Yeah, the front line didn't get back. Are not behind them. Yeah, it's going to start their press here. So it's not like a 4-2-4, right? So the way Liverpool are defending is a mid-block of 4-2-4. McBurney, good defending from Matip. Matip is playing in place of Konate. Okay, very simple 1-0 win away from home. Effective, kept the clean sheet, and did okay against a 5-2-3, which has proven to be quite a difficult formation for us. To make it a smash tactic? If I want to make it a smash tactic, I'll definitely be changing a few of those. I will change it to be this guy to be a roaming playmaker, fullback attack, libero, ball playing defender. You want to see a smash version, is it? Let's make a smash version. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's save the game here because we are not supposed to do a smash version. So I'm gonna save the game here. Okay, I hope I didn't save as the community version. This is my own version. Okay, good. Okay, so let's make a smash version. All right, fullback on attack. Okay, we got DM, we got Volante. We can leave this guy alone. I'm gonna go. Volante is fine. This will be a libero. This will be the ball playing defender. Libero on defend, ball playing defender. We'll play as a wing on attack. We'll play as a support duty. Okay, you drift to the right. And we'll play you as a poacher. Hold that defense down. No low crosses in this one. We still have this. We'll go all the way up and then prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Play with a higher defensive line. Then we'll play on positive. Making a different tactic. This is not slot. This is not slot tactic. Okay? This is like if slot and Jurgen Klopp had a baby, what would he look like? Tactic. Don't ask me where they came from. Okay? I have no idea. Training, rest one day first. See, the training workload is so light. They're all medium. They're all happy and satisfied. Fatigue, low. This is, you know what this tells you? If you go to your tactic, right, you just played a game yesterday, and their fatigue is low. Like, wow. This is like nothing, man. Yeah, correct. If Slot and Klopp had a baby, we'll call it Slot. What we sure his name is tactic. If Slot and Klopp had a tactic, cannot be. S Sklop. Sklop. Yeah, okay. This is a Sklop tactic. Now, we're gonna be a rock and roll coming here. This is not. I just think this is gonna be crazy. Just one game we're gonna be playing it for. This is really aggressive. Yeah. So we're gonna go all the way, attack. Of course, these guys are all gonna be sitting narrow because we need him to attack as well. The pocket. We need him to attack the pocket. This guy will be DMing. This guy will be playing as a volante. AP, this guy's got to move into channels and roam from position. Okay, this guy will be Mike Title, tackle harder. This guy will be Mark Title, tackle harder. And then we got a poacher. All right, okay, let's go. So now we've taken the slot tactic and turned it into something else. This is at this point of the show, I want to remind everybody, okay, this one is not slot. If this is a tactic with Slot and Klopp had a baby, this is what the tactic looks like. Okay, it's called Klopp. Okay. For Reece Williams, this guy will put another goalkeeper in for good measure. Where's Darwin Núñez? I want him to play. Okay, this is for you, Darwin. How many chances are you going to miss? Where does the Ruben analysis my major? Oh, Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim, you have to give him a few more games. You all have to cook up a system specifically for Manchester United. And I don't think he has one because today, I think 2 days ago, I read somewhere that he thinks now Mazraoui is going to be the first name on his list. Because I figured it's going to be Bruno Fernandes, but now he's put Mazraoui in there as well because he loves the way he's putting in an effort in training and in games. So, hey, baby. All you Manchester United fans. Okay. Gravenberch, okay, now we're going to see what this tactic looks like. So we're going to go comprehensive, we're going to go 2D. Yeah, we got to tell. We got to look at the positioning of these players because we're playing one defender only now. Okay. So Boschlei, Mo Salah, holds out the ball. Okay, they're all running in already. This is what we want to see. Matip is the last man. Oh, sheesh. Okay. We can't afford to lose the ball. Yeah, we can't afford to lose the ball. This is when Slop and Klopp have a baby. Okay. Slop and Klopp have a baby. They start conceding goals. So now we go libero and support. You go roaming playmaker. And you go DM, whole position. You can't be moving. You hope you don't. I'm in trouble. Okay. Oh, he can't hold position either. Shit. He needs. Sorry, excuse the language. He needs to come back and help us defend. Yeah. He gotta go into the hole. Mo Salah, Alexander-Arnold now, Matip, Virgil van Dijk out to McAllister. Couldn't get there. So this tactic, right, is going to be very, very aggressive. So if you're allowed, we put in Joe Matip, it was probably the wrong decision. It should have been Ibrahim Konate. Goes wide to Virgil van Dijk, takes a shot. Okay, so Liverpool are now having to ask all the questions. Cody Gakpo out to Alexander-Arnold to Mo Salah. Okay. This is my version. So we got what else? We got pass into space. We got to do low crosses now. Yeah, this has got to go all the way. We want a lot of move. We want all the passes to come inside. Okay, we could be on the verge of a defeat. So if we all know if Slot and Klopp had a baby, it'd be a terrible combination. Oi, we got a goal. I tell you, our set pieces are too strong. Virgil van Dijk with another goal. So all you fellas playing network saves, you all got first name on the list, I bet. A tad too sloppy. Yeah, exactly. A tad too sloppy. Actually, that's the name of the tactic. It's Slop and Klopp had a baby. Yeah, it should be Slop. It should be sloppy. Correct. That's the name of the tactic. If Slop and Klopp had a baby, the tactic would be sloppy. Yeah. Correct, Spurs fan. You're the one. You're a champ. Tell you, came out the right name. Matip, out to McAllister, Gravenberch. So Bosch like, whoa! Darwin Núñez should have finished that. That was such a chance. Okay, we can come out of this. I think we fixed the tactic with the small tweak to the positioning of the one of the players, right? So we made a small change. That's all. I think the small change was getting this libero to move out in support instead of defend. So that, because he has to actually push, because he's pushing all the way, so he needs to follow him, because we only have one defender. This is like from the Diego Maradona school of football. Who needs to defend, right? Who needs defenders? If you don't know what I'm referring to, please check his World Cup team selection. He was the manager at one point for a World Cup team, and Argentina went without defenders. It's curious that Slot and Klopp are both central defenders, correct? Both. It's a curious fact. Southgate cannot. Southgate was a defender, but somehow or another he didn't take he obviously wasn't influenced by Slot and Klopp. So Bosley out to Joel Matip. Now to McAllister. Gravenberch playing a bit deep. Alexander Arnold in the right position. Plays a nice pass to Mo Salah, but then it's more. I think the width is a bit too. Okay, we'll just go a bit wider. Of course, they'll be congesting into each other's places. Everybody's running, man. Everyone is running forward. So there's bound to be congestion. So we need to put out a bit more space. See what happened here, right? All started going in. Mo Salah got into Szoboszlai's way. Okay. So this is what I would do. I mean, if whoever asked the question, right, if I wanted to go make a Go Smash version, it'd be because all Go Smash versions only operate with one defender in defending, right? So they're all meant to be high risk tactics, which is just pure fun to watch. Okay? So you're always gonna have games which produce a lot of chances for the opposition. So your team better have very good players who can finish. You're probably gonna have a higher XG than the opposition. But like us, we're giving away as many chances as we are putting away. So if I wanted to dial this down, I'll probably dial this down like that. Fullback on support. We'll dial this down like this. Fullback on attack, right? And I'll remove this guy and play him as a ball playing defender. Then I'll dial it down. Then it becomes a bit more orthodox. Then we got like two defenders at the back. It's a bit more safer. So you get a lot of you still get a lot of good chances, you get control, but you're playing with two defenders now instead of like one defender. So now you got two back, as you can see over here. So this could be a more aggressive version of the same tactic. Why did I put an underlap on the left side? Because we actually have a bit more focus on the right side for Liverpool. So you could actually make this as another version of the same tactic, the marriage between Slop and Klopp. So this tactic, we have now christened it as sloppy. Okay. You can see the two defenders here, and we're high up the pitch. So you could make a version like this for your slot recreation and go like, okay, fine. We want to score more goals, man. I want it to be a bit more attacking. How do I do it? Yeah, do it like this. Okay. So more attacking version would have these roles and these duties. Poacher, because you want him to pin the two defenders back so that it makes space for Gakpo to attack the far post. AP, roaming playmaker, DM. Two fullbacks on attack, ball playing defenders, winger. Again, the same principle. Pass into space with the overload on the right. The only difference now would be you want this guy sitting narrower and cutting inside, and you also want this guy sitting narrower and cutting inside. Why? Because you got a roaming playmaker that shifts up. So what actually ends up happening is this fullback is supporting the DM in the transition as well. So as he goes up, you get a zigzag pattern. Remember the step ladder we were talking about earlier? Yeah, same principle. So now we got a step ladder on the left, we got a step ladder in the center, and we got a step ladder on the right. So now we got to take players off. So we'll take him off, put Wataru and do that. I have no idea how he plays in that position. We'll find out soon enough. And then we'll play Joe Gomez on the left for a change. Then Konate for him. Still looking okay, man. Yeah, very aggressive version of. So now we've gone Joey Go Smash. Which one of you asked me about Joey doing a Go Smash version? In case you guys are wondering what's this Go Smash version, it's a thing on our stream right now where I make tactics that are very, very attacking and still get the job done. But they will always they play one defender at the back. So we got Arne slot 3, right? So we got load Arne slot 3. That was the last version we made. So this is the one we settled on. And now this is the one where what if we want to be a lot more aggressive? We've got sloppy and slot 3. So this is slot 3. Okay. So the same thing. Underlap, pass into space. Playing as a mid block. But what if we want to go and attack? So yeah, why not? This could work. Okay. Now what if we want to play a low block? Probably play the same thing again. Pressing for support. Play AP on support, right? So we take the same tactic from here. We come here, put it inside for an attack, okay? And And then what we'll do here is DM and a deep line playmaker. And then now what we've done with this tactic is turn into a low block. From all this all the way. But low block, we want it to be a bit mixed. And then we'll drag this out a bit. Counter press, probably okay. It'll help us when we have the ball and we're attacking with it. Yeah. Balanced. And then we remove the dribble less. And maybe if you pure counter attack, this assumes that you're a good team. Yeah. If I'm doing this and this, it means I'm a very good team. Because when I get to the final third, I have the quality to move the ball around, even with 3 players. I'm a good team. Dribble less. My players can pass the ball. They are Lord Emperors of the passing, and I can move the ball around the length of the pitch. That's why I can mix. If you're not so sure, walk ball into box. Remove this. This becomes a very safe version of this tactic. So we still got that. Yeah. All right. You can even hit early cross because with a low block, we might get that. So we'll take to Brentford a low block. Okay. Slot low. Okay. So we do a slot low block version. Okay. So now I got 3 versions of slot low block, slot 3, and sloppy. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I've only made these 3 versions because I will probably make these changes when I'm playing the game. I'll probably turn this guy into like a pressing forward attack then. Because I don't really need him to come back and help us defend because I'm sitting in a low block, right? And these guys will be my anchors in front of these 2. So I got these 6. So basically we are using what we are doing right now. See if I can do this nicely, okay? So, yeah, this is too much of a zoom, dude. Seriously. Okay, let's see whether I can. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm using this player, and this player. These 4 players to do overloads, right? These are my overloads. So what happens is when the focus play, the ball is kept in this side of the pitch. By doing so, I can do a diagonal. Now, the problem is I got DM and a DLP here. So I will switch this to a DLP on support and I'll play this as a DM on support. Because he's holding position, right? So now I'm expecting Gravenberch to do the long diagonal passes. Now, whether or not this is happening, as long as I'm looking at all of them playing the same positions, then, yeah. Okay. Goran, how are you, man? Okay. So this is a different version. We're gonna hey guys, we're gonna do a different version. I'm not gonna I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play all 3. Okay, so I'm gonna start the version against them. I'm gonna go sloppy. Look for the goal. Okay. Alright, we're gonna go use sloppy to score the goal, and then we're gonna switch to our low block. Which is what they did against Man City, right? Okay. Everybody's learning. Even I'm learning, man. I am not that good at this game. I'm a hopeless player. Okay. I already guess everything correctly sometimes. All luck. I'm all luck when it comes to this game. Okay. All right. There are so many better players of this game out there than me. Trent Alexander-Arnold will come. Maybe we can play Gomez here for a change. We'll put Konate because our Mr. In this game, there's a high punishment for if I play Van Dijk. But hell, man. Oh, no. We play ball play. This is Sloppy. Sloppy has been changed to ball playing defenders. Yeah. Sloppy has been changed to ball playing defenders. Yeah. We changed this just now. I forgot to tweak it. Yeah. Okay. So can I play Konate as a ball player? I can now. Both of them. Yeah. All right. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Where's there's last season, Kwanzaa. Sorry, I forgot. This is last season's game. I have problems sometimes, but I think is my issue is not the players. I think most of the time when we make I don't mind me if I say this, right? Most of the time when we make mistakes with Football Manager, 90% of the time is either you put all the PIs and you got it all wrong, which is why I say don't put PIs. And the second reason is usually because you chose the wrong player. You when it comes to the style of play you want, you didn't get the right attributes for your players. Which is why I value aggression, work rate, and stamina as the very important attributes in all my tactics. Yeah. If a player doesn't have aggression, he never plays for me in midfield. The standard slot tactic will be mid block. You can play with positive mentality. Yeah, that's the one. If you want to look at which tactic is the closest, it's playing a mid block with a positive mentality. So this is like a crazy version where we're attacking only. Like, okay, fine, we want to get a goal. We're parking, we'll set ourselves in their half, and we want to get a goal. That's it. Okay, Gomez goes back to Konate, finds McAllister. Okay, we did a change to this tactic. I think did I change it? No, I didn't. Okay, all right, good. Just realized it. So Sloppy says, Kagbo in. All right, we're getting into the final third, man. Looking dangerous. So Sloppy again. Okay, I just changed my Sloppy version. Okay, this is Sloppy, very attacking. Okay, it's if this is the version where if Slot and Klopp had a baby, what would the tactic look like? Yeah, Goran, probably most likely is your tactic. If your team is missing chances or not going, it's always a case of your tactic. Do you get high XG chances in and around the tactic? Yeah. So I would definitely look at the tactic to see whether I've created high XG chances. That means you're not looking at total XG. How many high XG chances can you create with your tactical system? To me, for me personally, if I don't make 2 per game, I drop the tactic. Yeah. And what's the definition of high XG chance for me? 0.3 and higher. For me, it must be 0.3 and higher. And it cannot be a header. It must be with the feet. So, okay, we've gone put a lot of pressure on this team and we still haven't gotten the goal, right? So we have to go into the slot version of the tactic very soon. We're all over this team, no? We got the goal. Okay. We done the slot clock attack, right? We got the goal we wanted. Okay, now we're going to the low block. Okay, we got into the low block now. This is going to be interesting. Yeah. All right, we got into the low block. Which was the truest slot ratio for away games? I think it's the one that I spoke about, positive, right? He normally, right, he doesn't play low block against all the other teams. He does it in periods. I've noticed that in some games, Liverpool go into a low block and they just let teams attack them. And then in most away games, they are playing with a mid block. They let the team come halfway up the line and then they do their work. But we're trying a combination of all three. We did it last time on the stream. It worked. Yeah. This allows the other team to attack us. But if you're not comfortable, play this. This is a balanced mentality. Remove the low cross. Okay. And now we have a slot tactic which places a mid block. I wouldn't recommend doing what I just did. Okay. It's impossible. I mean, it's impossible for my team to be miserable. I don't understand what you mean by miserable. There's no miserable emotional thing. I mean, all your players are miserable, is it? There could be a lot of reasons why. I mean, like if your results are bad, then your for example, I played against Liverpool and they made just 1-2 shots on goal. Oh, you mean to say the other team only made 1 or 2 shots on goal and you were winning all the games and your team is still miserable? Or then you spend a lot of time talking to your players? Because I don't. My team is very happy. If you're top of the table, and you've been winning everything, you've been winning all your games, okay, and your players are miserable, it could be down to the fact that you are spending too much. You're always reacting to everything or every complaint that they make. Every time the player is unhappy, they come and talk to you. And then you talk to them. In my save, whenever a player is unhappy, they come to my office, they've discovered that they do not, there's no way to knock on the door because I'm not around. I don't answer any questions. I don't talk to players. I ignore them. The agents come, I kick them out. Okay, the only time I have never spoken to players unless on stream I feel like, okay, I'm bored. Yeah, I'll talk to one of the players. Then when I talk to the player, I don't agree to any of his terms. I kick him out. See, the players become unhappy. Yeah, but you know how long they are unhappy for? For a very short period of time. They only start becoming unhappy during your transfer season. So yeah. So I don't know. It is possible to make your team miserable if you are the sort of manager that always talks to them. Yeah. I tell you, The one thing you never do in this game is engage with the player. Player interaction is over. Don't ever interact with the players. Just ignore them completely. They have a job to do, get it done. The only time you talk to the players, or if you do ever talk to the players, in fact, you don't ever talk to the players. Please, you don't need to in this game. I don't understand why people do that. I have never. Come into my streams. My players are happy even when we are 4th or 5th on the table. But some teams have got high expectations. No? If you have a team that's expecting to be in the top 3 and you're not in the top 3, you will find your players unhappy. And we did it on a stream once, right, where we're all Champions League contenders. And then we didn't make it into the Champions League, right? We were out of the Champions League positions. My entire team was miserable, including my youth team. All of them wanted to leave the club. And that was great. It was a fantastic day for the stream because we finally saw it happen for the first time. And guess what? You know how long that lasted? Transfer window ended, everybody became happy. That's it. So never bother, man. If you're going to end up talking to the players, you're going to have issues in the game. Player interaction is overrated. Very overrated. Never ever handle it. I tell you, you don't have to. You don't have to, man, this game. Okay, we've done okay. We've switched to mid block. I think the mid block is better because Brentford have a good attack. The problem with mid blocks is this, right? Center. You need players who can last a mid block. Wataru Endo has to win the second ball. His jump is to need 12. So we got to take care of our players. Andrew Robertson, we don't have any more, right? Virgil van Dijk. Okay, Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez is okay. So I'll put Joe Gomez to the right. And then take off Trent Alexander-Arnold and bring on Virgil van Dijk. And then Virgil van Dijk will move to the right. Okay, that's it. And we go Szoboszlai. We're in the area. We have a mid block. They failed with their press and we got back up. Yeah, so positive. We are on positive balance mentality. I'll go up to positive. Take a bit more risk. You don't need to play on attacking mentality. Yeah, the best mentality for a slot tactic will definitely be positive because the passes also going to be shorter. Okay, we're gonna take off a few more players. Harvey Elliott will come on. Jota, Curtis Jones, Luis Diaz will come on for Gakpo. Andrew Robertson for Costa Simicas. We got 4. I think that should be enough. Just at a game. Gakpo out wide. Nice. Checks. We got support Andy. Andy to McAllister. To Gravenberch takes a pot shot. For that and for that only. Nice one from Darwin Núñez. Comes back to help us defend. Gravenberch again. This Gravenberch is not like the Gravenberch in real life. The Gravenberch in real life is playing so well. Yeah, I basically believe that the attributes of Gravenberch will be different, no? When you go and see the game. Because I have no idea what Gravenberch's attributes are. I actually started this save assuming that Gravenberch would be as good as real life. No? So these attributes are definitely not Gravenberch today. Like, this is like when he was 21 years old. He's much higher now. And doesn't run with ball often. So this is interesting. We gotta tell him to dribble less, and this is counter to his PI, right? So you see this, you're gonna have that. Bajtic is still at Liverpool. What's the video where I said where you explain about oppositions and where the attacking lanes left and right is important for good opening? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, angles are use opposition. Yeah, you can use that in the game instead of like all that nonsense trap inside, trap outside, or waste time, all that. The other overrated instruction in this game, right? I don't use is this one, pressing trap. You don't need it, man. You just have to use angles. In fact, the angles are more effective. At least that's what I think. Yeah. So Liverpool now 1-0 up on Brentford. We got the build-out play, and I think I'm happy with this version of the tactic. Okay, we just have to, defending is okay. We just have some dodgy players in defense now because the rest of the players are tired. But so far so good. We also have a low block version of that. What's your OI for this? I don't have any OIs. I didn't set up OIs. I want to leave it without OIs. I think otherwise you can also apply it situationally, because I'm playing a mid block, right? So I didn't want to go in there and set up OIs, like influence my strikers to go in. But what we can do, opposition instructions, right? This we can do. This only problem. I think we'll trigger this player in time. That's all. Yeah, that's all we'll do. This I don't want to move. I don't want my strikers to rush in because they play a mid block. They actually allow the defense to play the ball out from the back. Okay, one of these pictures will show you. So let me see. We'll come in here actually. Narrow in the build-up phase. Where's it on build-up phase? Midfield stagger, passing to feet, beating the press. There we go. See, the defenders have the ball. Look at where these guys are. They're so far away from a trigger, man. So definitely these guys don't have a trigger press on these guys. If there's a trigger, they'll be a bit closer, right? So especially he has the ball, so neither one of them is told to trigger the press on them. So I would leave it without trigger on those guys. Definitely he has no trigger on the two defenders. You don't want to put anything on them. In fact, that's why I didn't even apply hard tackling on anyone. Yeah. See, now we see what I want. I just want this to be, I want it to be like that. So to bring the ball out, see there? Okay, hold your position. And just go in a bit, yeah. But they still have a trigger press. I have to remove the trigger. I'm toying with the idea of changing it slightly. Okay, let's drop this now. Because they only hit when they're in their third. But a lot of it has to do with the rolls as well. We got like pressing forward. Pressing forward will definitely press. And I don't think I have OIs, right? Tackle harder. No, I don't. Yeah, I didn't put any. The only one I have is move and roam. Come on. Keep forgetting this. So defensively, okay. Yeah, they're not finding much space. All right. We are going to now take one of these guys off. We'll take Wataru Endo off. Curtis Jones. Oh no, sorry. You can't make 6 substitutions. Just want to have a solid defense. Right? I want to keep a lot of clean sheets. Harvey Elliott goes in. Okay, that's not too bad. Got 1-0 against Brentford. I'm not too unhappy. We scored after we scored the first goal, we went to a mid block. We tried a low block for a while. I was a bit nervous because I was just chicken. Let's just put it out there now. Yeah, I was just scared of playing on low block. I didn't want to look bad, just in case we conceded. That's why I went to a mid block. I was like, okay, God, this is too nervous, man. I'm too scared of doing this. Even mid block now, I'm a player that plays high blocks all the time. But they're looking comfortable with the mid block. I can actually drop the intensity of the block and go down to balance. Okay, so what we'll do is we go to balance. Cautious. Yeah, cautious is fine as well. Cautious is some of the passing will be direct. They're not finding much space. Konate. Endo. Good pass to Soboslai out to Luis Diaz. Takes the ball wide and then checks back. We got McAllister. Luis Diaz with the ball. Endo. Soboslai. I give up. Soboslai. Some of these players play like they do in real life. Konate. Gomez. What a ball to Soboslai. He looks for a play in the center, but no one was there. Simikas. Okay, McAllister with the ball. Good build up. And then come Endo. It's a beautiful ball to the far post. Nobody was there to finish it. Oh my goodness, that was some beautiful play, Elliot out and goes out to Luis Diaz again to attack them to bring the attack from the left flank. And Louis couldn't keep the ball down. It should have been another goal. I'm happy. I'm very comfortable with this tactic. And it's very safe. It gives me a sensation that it's pretty safe. Yeah, so I can drop it. The whole idea is you should be able to play Football Manager and drop mentality. I don't see the reason why you can't, right? I know people say you shouldn't drop mentality. I'm like, dude, seriously. If your roles and duties are all spot on, you should be able to. Right? Now, I don't know. This is how I play the game anyway. So that's it. We're almost there. We took a 1-0 lead, and we took a 1-0 lead. We changed our tactics. We just sat back and defended after that. That's it. High XG chance again. We made some 2 quality high chances, and we had another one here that we missed on. Fine. Match stats clearly tell us that we get 3 clear-cut chances. 3 clear-cut chances in this game. We didn't bury. One of them landed on Darwin Nunez's plate. So tactically, I think I'm happy with this. So I've got a version of the tactic. I mean, we're third on the table. We're 21 points behind. I mean, goal difference is 9. We're not bothered by that. I'm more interested in my defensive record as well. Okay, so we only conceded 6 goals. At the start, we didn't play so well because we were experimenting. We conceded 2 goals to Manchester United. We lost that game. And then we were experimenting. Now I've settled on the system I'm actually happy with. Yeah. Okay, so we've got sloppy. We got the slot low block. And then we've got the slot 3, which is the tactic we're going to start with all the time, but we'll push it to positive. That's it. So slot 3 is saved. Once again, I'll remind you that is a community saver. Right, and the links, I did share the links earlier. I'm going to share the links one more time. Let me find them first. Okay, so you can, if you think that you have a version of the tactic, your version. I want to see how you do with Klopp and Klopp. I want to see how you do, essentially, right? How will you do with your own attempt at recreating the system, right? So go out there and recreate the system for me, okay? And then once you've done, that was a download version for the link, and you can use this link to upload your save. Now, once again, if you're watching this show in the year 2026, the links don't work anymore. The links expire on the 7th of December. So thank you for watching the show in the year 2026. I love you, man. All you Gloucester City fans, you're still watching the Gloucester City series. Salute. Okay. And guys, in FM, is distribution attribute of goalkeeper important to player from defense? Goalkeepers, right? Okay, so player defense, distribution. Do you see an attribute here that says distribution? There's no distribution attribute for goalkeepers. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, right? If you look at this, right? If you look at this, you look at the attributes of the goalkeeper, right? You got area reach, command of area, communication, eccentricity, first touch, handling, kicking, one-on-ones. Passing is the important attribute here. That's it. Passing, decisions. So this is what you need for the goalkeeper to do. That's all you need to worry about. You don't have to worry about anything else. Like, if you want to play, if you're expecting your goalkeeper to do like a long pass to Mo Salah, then kicking is going to be an important attribute. Vision is going to be an important attribute. If you are simply the kind of playing that my distribution is always going to be short to a ball playing defender, all you need is passing and decisions. Now, if you're going to be playing a game where you also can do the quick release throw, right? But I noticed that the game hardly ever does that. Yeah. So I always thought that the throw was, I wanted to do the Peter Schmeichel start, but we can't do that. I haven't seen it. If you manage to, please share it with me, man. I'll love it. Okay, so that's basically the attributes you want to focus on. Yeah. Don't worry about the other attributes, I guess. Yeah. So we managed to let's look at our key pass combinations, right? So again, we can do it here, or you can go data hub. I mean, this chalkboard is not going to be available, right? So we know it's not going to be available in FM25, so let's not use it. Let's go data hub. You can go to team. And you got, this is your last comparison. So we got it, yeah. The 4. We got Szoboszlai here. It's a bit higher, but now he's playing as an AP, right? So then we got Nunes dropping a bit deeper. That's fine. We got our 2 midfielders. We got more passing coverage, more passing here. I'm kind of happy with this. I know it's not exactly like this, but this we have to remember during the game. Leo Diaz plays a striker, Szoboszlai plays as a winger, but we got the 4 and we got the 2. In our game, we got the 4 and the 2. We got McAllister here, we got Ibrahim Konate here, Raven Gravenberch here, Rand Robertson here, and we got another defender here. Joe Gomez playing a bit higher up the pitch. That's about it. I mean, if you wanted to, you probably end up, if you want this exact thing to happen like this, like the Nike logo, right? You probably have to, yeah, I would hate to say this, but you're probably gonna have to play. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say it. I want to see what you guys do. I'm gonna keep quiet. There isn't tactics. There won't be any tactics in the downloaded save. Of course not. Yeah, you come up with your version, huh? That's the save only starting point. I give you guys a starting point that's fair. Not halfway through the season, I give it to you, and my tactics are inside there. It's okay. I'm sure that tactic will come out eventually. We want to see whose tactic is good. Yeah, you guys probably have some great tactics out there too, right? Yeah. Hey, guys, seriously, honestly, I think you guys have some brilliant tactics too. Yeah, brilliant tactics you guys can come up with. Okay. So like we got a few more games to play, yeah, and the guys as well. Let me know what your saves are going to be like. Please send them in, and then I'm going to definitely do a show where I take all your tactics together and put them on the other channel, Bustthenet Gaming. Yeah, I'll put all of them there. I want to feature the saves with the more interesting tactics. I mean, it could be, if you can finish the season, that'd be good. There's plenty of time for you, right? So, but if you can finish the season, the link is only available for a few days. I'm sure you guys got 4 hours in you, 5 hours. I have to keep pace with the show. You take your time, and some of you are probably gonna holiday mode through it, knowing you guys. I know I would. I won't play the easy games. I'll just go, man. I'm gonna hustle. All right, so let me know what you guys think. And I want to thank everybody for popping on the stream today. I'm going to have to go and put my kids to sleep now. And I might be black with some black myth Wukong. Yes, we have a man called Erlang. And I want to drop a big round ball on his head. But having said that, I'm not sure if it's going to happen. If it happens, I'll let you guys on Discord know about it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for popping on today's stream. You guys have been absolutely sensational. I hope there were some insights that I shared with you and you found them useful. Once again, let me know in the comments below how you felt about it. Okay, and whether or not you are keen on doing this and what your impression on the Arne slot system is like. Meanwhile, stay safe, take care of yourselves. I shall see you soon. Bye. I got that right finally. Yes, the thanks for watching is up.